Right? I asked him, what did the lady say? And he can't tell me.
What lady? What lady?
The lady over there. She asked this question.
Is she an extremist or not? Is she an extremist or not?
Extremist?
Is she know what is what she's not preaching hate?
Do you wanna?
That's hate. That's hate.
Do you wanna define extremism?
Yeah, I want to define extremism. Yeah.
Go for it, please.
You know when someone's like being forceful of their laws and they want you to believe their ideology and they'll force you to believe their ideology.
Yeah.
That's extremism.
So, for example, if you live in England, right? Yeah. They kind of force you to follow their laws. Are they extremists?
Go away. Go away. Go away.
Huh?
Go away.
Go
away.
I'm telling, how many minutes did you talk to him? How many minutes?
Half
an hour?
Yeah, 30?
But
You
he's stuck
your
with one question.
Shut up, man.
Yeah.
He's not going beyond that.
Yeah.
And now they will edit the video and make look like fool.
Oh, no. I was there the whole time. So she asked them 3 times in a row. So
It's not what you
the
preach.
Siraj enjoyed. No worries.
You're full of hate.
And we have a video from there as well. So
Good.
either way,
good.
yeah?
So
All right.
it will not cut.
No worries, okay? Thank you. Hey, man, listen, like, this is the corner, man. You get very.
But when Muslims say, "Oh, we're extremists," come on, man.
I mean, who called? So wait, you're saying that if a Muslim yells, they got called an extremist?
Of course, that's what that guy is. This is what Islam teaches you. So is that what Christianity teaches you? Exactly. You see how it's fair?
Wait. So
that's a fair point.
It depends, right? It depends, right? So if the problem is that you don't believe in the idea of like I don't know, insulting Muhammad or whatever the case is, right?
I don't insult Jesus because he's my prophet. So
Right. But the problem is, right, like when you say anything like, oh, Jesus isn't God, he's only a prophet. No, wait.
Nah.
Can I give you an example?
Go on.
What would you say if I told you, listen, I love Muhammad, but he's a false prophet? What would you say?
Well, you know what? In Surah Al-Kafirun it says, my religion is my religion, your religion is your religion.
Yeah,
but it also says down below, I do not worship what you worship. So
but it also says you will not worship what I worship.
Yeah, I do.
Right? So like, is that a call then to truth? No, or is it just saying that everyone has their religion?
Yeah, exactly.
So just go to your own tent.
That's how it shows Islam is not like the extremist. Islam believes in if you have your own right, preach your right. If you don't have your right, that's it. That's up to you.
But that's not what happens in Islamic history. Even Muhammad didn't believe that.
Muslims, Islam, 2 different things.
Okay, fine. Muhammad himself.
Yeah.
You've heard about his conquest of Mecca or whatever.
Pardon?
You've heard about his conquest of Mecca, right?
I've heard of a lot of good things about him, and I've only heard good things, and he's the best thing that's ever happened to this world.
So, I disagree for many reasons, but on that point you just raised, when he conquered Mecca, he destroyed the idols of the pagan Arabs, right?
But you guys don't worship statues, do you?
No. So as Christians, right, we don't, right? But the idea that like I have my religion and you have yours, even Muhammad didn't really believe that.
He was trying to spread Islam.
Right, but do you see how you gave me an option just now that I have my religion and you have yours, right?
Yeah, because if you're not willing to accept it, that's fine. But he didn't force it. All he did was destroy it.
The pagans weren't willing to accept it either, and then he destroyed their idols.
They were evil people. You know the pagans before, they were very evil people. Pharaoh, are you really saying the man had a religion? All he done was massacre, kill people, and destroy people, and then what happened? Allah destroyed them. Yeah, the same thing with the pagans. They were very, very evil people before. Yeah, hence why Islam took over, and Islam showed, just like how the Christians came to this country and they made this place a Christian land.
So then that would mean the idea of I have mine, you have yours isn't true.
No, but in Islam, it doesn't tell you to force your religion on someone. Yeah, and it's the Prophet, peace be upon him, never forced his religion on anyone.
Okay, fine.
He gave dawah, he preached.
Potentially not in the Quran, but what about the Sunnah? In the Sunnah, you definitely have force there. Like I have there's a Bukhari hadith where he says where Muhammad said, I have been commanded to fight people until they say there is no God but Allah.
You see, you're mixing 2 things now, yeah?
No, it's literally one hadith.
No, because there's a way of interpreting
I can show you.
There's a way of interpreting it, yeah? Okay, in Surah Tawbah it says fight them as they fight you, yeah?
Yeah?
So as in, let's say the enemy is coming to fight you, fight them back. Islam believes in self-defense.
But then that hadith is going beyond that. Just fight them until they say it.
It depends if they're trying to force it on you.
But the hadith doesn't make that clear, right?
No.
It just says
no, but
fight.
that's what I'm saying. So your interpretation. Fight until what do you say? Fight until they say.
I've been commanded to fight all people until they profess that there is no God other than Allah.
My friend, there'll come a time in Yawm al-Qiyamah, on the Day of Judgment, where Allah will show you that there was no other religion to follow except Allah's religion.
Right, but then why fight people in order to prove that?
If they fight you, fight them back. That's what Islam teaches.
In the Quran, but in the Sunnah, it's different.
Okay, so the extremist party, do you have a mic as well?
I have.
Essentially, whenever I think this is on me, then
Sorry.
no worries.
You're too tall.
I'm freezing. Well, that's why.
You want a mic as well?
Should I just clip it here, yeah? No, you clip on phone, yeah?
Generally, whenever I talk and you're this close to me, then this picks you up.
No,
Okay.
she's in the video, I can't really hear myself.
Really?
Yeah, I can't. But anyways,
Weird. Can hear you.
anyways, the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, you know the extremists, like you see today, like the extremist groups, he said to treat them very, very harsh, because they want to kill Muslims. They don't believe in like killing like the enemies of Islam. They believe in only killing Muslim people, That's how an extremist becomes an extremist.
So you're only an extremist if you kill Muslims?
No, you're an extremist when you force a religion on someone else and you kill them because of it, The Quran says, I do not worship what you worship,
Yeah.
So that's your right as an insan, but Allah will judge you. Allah will judge you. On the Yawm al-Qiyamah, you say, oh, indeed in Surah Taha, they will say, oh my Lord, why have you raised me up blind as I used to see? And Allah will respond, it is so that our revelations came clear to you and you neglected them. So today you are neglected. So Allah will deal with them. And Allah will deal with them in a very harsh way because they rejected out of ignorance. You see how I'll come here and I tell you, oh David, what's it called? Stop saying that the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, is a false prophet. Stop saying that Jesus is God because Jesus is a prophet. I'm telling you what the Quran is. I'm coming as a preacher. I'm coming to deliver the message. But on Yawm al-Qiyamah, Allah will punish you until you say, oh, I believe in Allah.
Okay, so in the way you're delivering it, is that the same way Muhammad did?
But what do you mean by the same?
Is that so? You've simply just told me something.
So are you
right?
saying that I preach better than Muhammad?
Well, not necessarily. It's a case of you told me this idea that you have, but you haven't forced it on me. You haven't
No,
tried.
I can't enforce it on you.
Yeah. You haven't tried.
How am I going to make you Muslim by forcing you?
But then wait a second, right? Is that what Muhammad did too? Did he just do da'wah alone?
Brother, there's wars, If you're acting like there's wars now. Before there were wars, Before there were enemies of Islam that were killing Muslims and making them bad,
Okay.
And then of course there's jihad, And many people misinterpret the word of jihad, There's two jihads, and one jihad is greater than the other jihad. The first jihad is controlling your desires, and making sure you're taking good care of yourself, and make sure you're well strong in terms of your desires. For example, if you see a lady walking past, and even in the Quran it says, indeed tell the believing men to lower their gaze. If you look at that woman and you ignore your desires straight away, you're basically go against jihad. And the other jihad after is fighting in the sake of Allah. That's the second jihad. Now let's talk about the second jihad, fighting in the sake of Allah. When you're fighting in the sake of Allah, okay, you're fighting to defend Muslims, okay? You're fighting to protect the name of Allah.
So when Muhammad conquered Mecca, like the understanding is that like he already left with the
Mecca
Muslims.
was a holy land, Mecca is a holy land. Mecca was already promised to the Muslims, Mecca, the holy land.
Does the Quran say that?
No, let me tell you something. Mecca you see today, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, made that so holy. If you die there, you go to Jannah straight away.
That doesn't make sense.
No. If you die in Mecca,
because
in worship,
technically, Muhammad's like uncles, Abu Talib and Abu Lahab died there, and they were mushrikun.
Because they follow the pagans.
But you said if you die there, you go to heaven.
No,
That's not true.
but this is the thing, If you follow pagans, of course you're gonna die because you're associating partners with Allah, and that's the same Christian belief. But almost,
Well,
the thing that Christians believe,
ultimately, if you want to go down that route, right? So like just two things real quick. So the first thing is that, again, the way in which you are justifying you're justifying what Muhammad did, despite the fact that, for example,
But he didn't force his religion on anyone.
but he did,
Bro,
right?
no,
Because
Where'd you get that?
so for
Bukhari,
example,
innit? You're saying you got it from Bukhari, innit?
Okay, what was it?
right?
What is it?
So conquest of Mecca, like when he was there,
saying he conquered Mecca?
he destroyed the idols around the Kaaba, and like he even like poked some with his staff, saying that truth has come. I think this is actually in the Quran. Truth has come.
And he done it to show an
And-
example as well,
right?
yeah? He done it to show an
So
example. For example,
he also showed me Surah 10. Is it 109 or 106? The I believe in my religion, you have your religion.
Surah Al-Kafirun.
Which one is that? 109, 106?
And then he destroys the Kaaba.
Yeah,
That's
so
not really
it's
like-
109 or 106,
But he
right?
done it as an example. He done
Right.
it as an
But-
example.
That's a-
Okay, so effectively, he's saying that, listen, right, that there's a verse in the Quran that says, listen, I have my belief, you got yours.
I do not worship
I don't worship what you worship, you won't worship what I worship, right? Basically saying that, okay, fine, like, there's a bunch of religions, I have my own, I'm gonna keep it to myself, and you have yours, keep it to yourself, right? But then we contrast that with what Muhammad did in the conquest of Mecca,
He's saying he conquered
and
Mecca.
he was enforcing Islam, right?
Yeah,
In
he
fact,
did conquer Mecca.
people who made fun of him alone, right, before he went on the Hijrah,
He was also, you know,
He had him killed.
He was imprisoned as well.
yeah,
Trying
well,
to do that as well.
again, just because they make fun of him, he had him killed.
But he was he was imprisoned as well, you know.
Okay, so
What do you mean? So he was trying to spread the message, and they saw him as crazy, and they tried to imprison him.
okay, so
What do you mean so?
okay,
Is
so
is that not a bad thing?
is that does that justify the idea of me professing that I have my religion and you have yours, but then enforcing mine on you?
I need to see the hadith that you're talking about.
Which hadith? Do you want to see the hadith of the conquest or the line of I have my religion and you have yours?
Nah, that's in the Quran, yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
But
So-
what's the
so-
other one that you're talking about?
So
That
where,
hadith,
where it's called the conquest of Mecca. I think it's so easy
Nah,
to
he
use.
said something like, you said something like, oh, I'll fight you only
Bukhari.
until you say it.
Huh?
Nah, he said,
There's probably terms about it in Bukhari, but it's a historical event. So you can probably just even just like literally Google it and just see it. Conquest of Mecca. So in the conquest, according to Islamic sources, the idea goes that Muhammad destroyed the idols around the Kaaba, right?
but the idols
So-
are not living. The idols are
Right,
they're statues. They're not,
even if they're dead,
yeah,
right?
but they're statues.
But
they're not living.
even if they're dead, I have my religion and you have yours. So if that was the case, then there'll be no need to destroy them because they had their religion and Muhammad had his.
No, but like I said before, there are people that used to worship the pagans. They were very evil people before, yeah? Even people in the time of Pharaoh when they worshipped.
Did they stop being evil when they became Muslims?
No, the thing is, in the Quran, yeah, why it says I have my religion, you have your religion, yeah? If you enforce your religion on someone, they won't
Nah, you're
worship.
not allowed, you're not
they-
allowed to.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
Muhammad did
'Cause then
that.
they- no, let me say this, yeah. They won't if they worship, if they convert to Islam because you force them to. They won't worship Allah because of the sake of Allah. They worship it because you force them.
Yes.
Therefore, it will become a shirk. It will become a bid'ah.
So historically, when Muhammad died, there were some people who apostatized, and there was even a whole war fought about it. And I think what he says is pretty relevant, right? Maybe because they were forced to convert by Muhammad and his armies, when Muhammad finally died, then they were like, screw this. It's called the apostate war. Look it up.
No,
I'm not too knowledge on this.
Just look it up. It's all real.
I know that. I know that.
I'll look
Yeah.
I'll look
So,
up,
so,
I'm
so,
not too
but
knowledgeable.
but
you
look.
also done it
No,
to
but
prove a point.
I think
You also
no,
done it to prove a point.
the important thing is the point he
Long
raised,
story
right?
short,
It sounds like a
Prophet
hypocrite when he
Muhammad-
says
Forced.
my religion, your
Yes.
religion.
But the
and then
thing
he
is-
And you can
kills
see that in
the-
what happened
their
afterwards.
religion. So it's not necessarily
No,
my
but
religion, your
I'll tell-
religion.
but
There's a
listen,
difference between us and our prophet.
if you want to show that Islam is the truth, yeah, it
I
doesn't
think you're
mean
better
that
than
you
him.
go out and,
You think
and,
you're
and,
better-
you know,
you think
enforce
we're
people
I
better
think
to
you're
do
better
that.
than him, yeah?
That's what he did.
No, what he done was he
There
tried
are
to prove a
actions
point,
that he-
yeah,
that you
and
would
he
never
did prove a
do.
point. Yeah.
Because you
He
find those
destroyed-
actions
he destroyed,
abhorrent.
First of all, the statues weren't living people, yeah?
If
The Quran says, I do not
if
worship what
I
you worship.
insulted you,
It's idol worship.
right?
It's
I said, yo,
having
look at this ugly ass
idols in the
dude, right?
Kaaba badge.
And then he
Of
went
course.
and killed
Images
me
in the Kaaba
for
badge.
insulting you.
If you're
What would
worshiping
you
an
do
idol,
about
of
it?
course.
It's having images in the Kaaba
Are you
badge.
asking me?
Yeah.
What do you mean by images?
Yeah.
Like images, just like
That's a bit-
images of
Worshipping
people.
images.
Would you be okay with it?
Just like how you
Muhammad left images of
I think that's like between him and Allah.
Esau.
But he comes to you and says, listen, yo, I killed that dude because he insulted you. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, but so you bring that back to the prophet. So what are you trying to say?
That happens. And then the
so
prophet,
someone insulted.
so when it's
in
also the
what way?
prophet,
Okay,
they were verbally insulting him. It was actually a slave woman.
Is this another hadith?
Of course, in Bukhari,
Okay.
right?
So, yeah.
And then her slave owner stabbed her in the belly and killed her
For what? For what?
for insulting Muhammad. And then the morning came, And then the slave owner went and told Muhammad what happened. And you know what Muhammad said? Basically, no vengeance will be taken on you for this action. And that's the hadith ends there.
Don't you understand that Prophet Muhammad, what's it called, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he's the last messenger, and he, in our shahada that we say today, La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah, Muhammad is a mighty messenger of
That's a sure claim.
But ultimately,
that's a claim.
The shahada essentially is a sure claim.
That's literally tawheed.
Because you
That's
can't,
what
you
is
can't
the
declaration of faith. Yeah,
But,
it's a
yes,
declaration of faith.
but by saying I can't be a Muslim
There is no
without
God,
saying
but Allah and Muhammad is our messenger.
Can I say
But you know
there
what's
is
the
no
difference between a Muslim and a non-Muslim? Yeah, sorry, but let me just say this, yeah, and I'll listen to you. The Muslim that doesn't pray, he's not Muslim. He's literally as Muslim as you guys, because you guys are Christian, innit? You guys don't believe in Allah.
He's a kafir.
Because he's refusing worship from Allah. He's literally Christian. Because
Okay.
why? He's not a Muslim.
But-
the real Muslim, the sincere Muslim, worships Allah.
Do
Yeah.
I only worship? That's a good point. That's a good point. So I only worship Allah, right?
Allah, yeah.
Do I need to say?
And Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, is his messenger.
Do I need to say Prophet Muhammad is his messenger for me to be a Muslim? Do I need to say that?
You need to give, you need to declare, you need to say.
Why?
Like,
But I
when
only
people
worship
say-
Allah though.
Okay, you
but
worship
you're not
Allah,
worshipping
but
the-
his
No,
message,
no.
but his
I know you're
message-
not worshiping him, but
No,
your
so
salvation relies
if you
on
don't
this
believe
being a
in,
prophet.
if you
Nah,
don't
there's
believe in,
two people
if you don't believe in the messengers, if you don't believe that the messenger, the one that preaches Allah's words, if you believe that's false, then how are you going to believe in Allah?
But I can say I believe in
then you're
Allah.
saying, oh, Allah's words are false.
I can say I believe in Allah and still
independently
follow the
of
But then if you don't
Muhammad.
believe in his prophet,
I can't be.
exactly, then
It can't be
how
my.
are you going to believe in Allah?
I can believe in Allah. I don't need to declare that Muhammad is his messenger. I know he's his
how are you
messenger.
gonna believe in Allah?
I don't.
Exactly, because
You
you
say you
gonna
bear.
pray
You
to
say
him.
wait, bro. You say you bear
follow the
witness.
sunnah, we follow
You say-
the sunnah of
You say you
Prophet
bear
Muhammad.
witness
Peace
that
be upon
Muhammad.
him.
You say you bear witness that Muhammad is his messenger.
Yeah.
How do you bear witness that Muhammad is his last messenger?
his
Because you
last
can't look at
messenger.
him right now.
No, exactly, and you can't see Jesus right now, can you?
Well, Jesus is alive.
That's why we don't take a shahada.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
What we say is that we accept Christ into our life.
Yeah.
Not that we
don't-
see him
we
or
don't say
profess
we-
or,
yeah.
or declare. Yeah.
Okay, but you just said, yeah, that what's it called? That's a shirk. You didn't define shirk, define shirk.
Shirk is associating
associating.
partners,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
So-
the biggest,
Wait, so
Okay, yeah, he's right. Shirk
so
is associated partners
check it out.
with
Check it
Allah.
out.
That's
So
him and he made this
what
right.
what
you say
what?
three persons in one, you say
Sorry to
three
divert
yeah.
from what we were
people.
talking
No,
about.
don't get
Yeah,
the Trinity.
yeah.
Don't
So
say he's
no,
getting
And that's
wrong.
called shirk.
No,
Wait, you
yeah,
need
so,
to say-
so it's
We'll build up to that
it's
soon.
not shirk, right? Because we don't hold that any of these three persons are not God. They are all God.
Yeah,
so
and I
that,
told you
that,
before,
Why says
therefore,
Allah is Allah.
right, right.
come with
But
the
but
others, they're gonna
the
cut off.
difference. No. We don't cut
Passion.
things out, bro.
No.
We don't do that. The difference, however, is that you're both telling me that I can't be a Muslim if I only accept Allah and just disregard Muhammad.
Yeah, but then that's but he's bro. But why do you think
Can
the
I
Prophet's
accept
name is
Allah
the messenger?
alone and then disregard Muhammad?
How
to be
you
a
gonna
Muslim?
follow Allah
How
without
how
the
you gonna
messenger?
follow
The
Allah?
Quran, because
What?
that's the word of Allah.
There you go.
But then who
Why
wrote the
you-
Quran?
you-
But then who wrote the
you revealed the
Quran?
Quran.
Who revealed
Allah
the Quran?
revealed the
Well,
Quran.
Allah did
Why
apparently,
you
right?
revealed
So,
it
yeah.
to the people? Prophet Muhammad, did you not reveal
Yeah,
it?
he
No,
did not
Allah
reveal it to
revealed it,
people.
gave it to Jibril.
Yeah, but
I
so
can,
what?
I can say, I can accept. Listen, I can accept. Listen,
I'll just go.
I can accept Muhammad
but
is.
that's not how
Let
it
me,
is.
let me
I'll
land.
walk.
Let me land.
I'll just
The
walk.
messenger literally
Wait,
preaches
let me
what
land.
Allah says.
Wait.
So the
I can
Quran doesn't
accept-
tell me I have to follow like Muhammad's like every word and teaching and way of life to go to heaven. That's what the Quran tells me.
Quran told you to fast and pray. How are you
Exactly.
gonna do that?
And you
Ah,
guys-
no, just
But
don't
follow
eat.
Allah.
So you
Allah.
want to make up your own prayers then?
Copy the Christians. There you go.
Yeah.
But then,
No. Here we go. Bring
Yeah.
out, copy the Christians.
Well,
yeah.
Okay. Let me say something. Yeah. Judaism, came before Islam. Christianity came before Islam.
Sure.
Okay, and Allah bring out the Quran to make an example of you guys.
No, that's not what it says. The Quran actually speaks relatively
Very highly.
well about Christians.
Very highly.
In fact, the Quran
Than the
tells
Bible.
you,
Yeah,
it
exactly.
does, it does,
Exactly.
it does.
So
But-
that's why we say I do not worship what you
the
worship.
Quran says something very, very important. That the followers of Isa, which are not the Muslims, it will be the Christians, right? Will be superior
Till the day of
to
judgment.
the non-believers until the day of judgment. But Allah doesn't promise the same thing for the believers. You will not be superior until the day of
Yeah.
judgment, but the followers of Isa will.
Christians.
So why be a follower of Muhammad and not Isa instead?
Because that makes you superior.
Okay, but is Isa a messenger of Allah?
He is, right?
So
And you see how
however,
the Injil
So would it
was-
be better for me to say,
however,
La ilaha
he
illallah,
taught
Isa
something
Rasulullah?
very different from what
Because
Muhammad
Isa
did.
is superior.
Right? And then Allah is saying that whatever he taught, right? Because effectively, if you have followers, normally you taught something to them. right? So effectively, Allah is saying that whatever He taught His followers will now make them superior. So I say, why don't you guys also come join?
Even if I say,
It's
according to
superior
that
again.
passage you just said,
Okay, but then
can
let
I-
me
can I-
contradict. Let me
Go ahead.
prove that
Go
you
ahead.
just said will contradict you right now.
From the
yeah?
Quran, if you can.
No. Well, let me just say what you just said. You
Okay.
said the Christians are superior. Do you think they're more superior?
Allah said this.
No, do
Allah
you
said
think,
it.
do you think they're more superior than the
Surah
Muslims?
355.
Well,
You think they're more superior than the Muslims?
So,
because then,
are the
later on in the
Muslims-
Quran, Allah will ask Jesus, "Did you say you are God?" And you say, "No. If I did say I was God, you would have known of it."
that's a contradiction in your Quran.
Yeah.
No,
not
that's not a
necessarily our
contradiction.
problem.
That's not a contradiction.
How
It
is
says,
How's that
it says
contradiction?
if you
So,
believe in
simple,
Isa, you're
simple,
superior.
because-
And then it says those who believe in Isa
So,
are
so the
wrong.
followers,
That's a
you're
contradiction
saying
in
the
your
followers
Quran.
of Isa were
Is this simple?
Christians?
Yeah, Allah says they're superior.
Because ultimately, Isa had followers. We can't disagree with this, right?
can't disagree.
Who were they? We tell you we know who they were, but then you can't tell us that he did.
Is he using
Right?
the Quran?
Yeah, he is.
Of course,
Oh,
right?
if he is using the Quran,
So?
Quran says the disciples of Jesus were Muslims. So he's talking about
Grace,
other disciples.
Grace, no.
Yours are
Siraj,
Christians.
Siraj,
So don't
tell me their names.
Don't use the Quran.
Siraj.
Don't use the Quran.
Wait, guys,
Someone's
I love this,
gonna-
right? Guys, so
Phone
listen,
call,
guys.
pick up.
Siraj just said that the followers of Isa
Don't
were
use the
Muslim,
Quran. Don't
right?
use the Quran.
You guys said that.
Don't use the
Siraj,
Quran.
I
No,
want you
you
to
want
tell
the Quran.
me,
He's using
tell
the
me
Quran.
all their
I
names.
know. But he tries to say
Siraj,
that we're copying.
tell me their
Don't
names.
say Dawa and Dash.
No.
There you go.
Wait.
Siraj,
Dawa and Dash.
for all of us here, tell us their names.
Wait. You tell me their
Siraj,
names. Because
for
John,
all of us
you
here-
tell me what's his name in
No,
Hebrews.
no, you see,
They were
here's the
Hebrews
problem,
made
right?
allies.
So guys,
Wait.
guys,
Where's their
I made a
names?
statement.
Where's their
No,
names?
stop right
It's a
here.
very nice
I made a
Where's their
statement,
names?
right?
No, no,
I
no.
said, listen, guys. I said
of their names
that the
is Yahya.
followers
Yahya.
of Jesus
Yahya.
were.
Yahya.
That's a lie.
Yahya.
I said
He's one of
the
the
followers of
disciples- one of the
Jesus
disciples of
were
Jesus, one of the
Christians.
disciples of
Besides,
He
yeah,
said they were
besides that,
Muslims.
Moses as
I
well.
want their
Moses,
names.
Musa. So they-
Tell me their
they're
names.
taking
No.
that as well.
The
Because
disciples.
no, it's simple. He said that the followers of Isa were Muslim, right? I want to see them historically. Tell me their
He
names
wants
and
historically,
tell
not
me
the
where they
Bible.
taught.
Look. He used
No.
the Quran when I came
Because
here.
Isa
now he's
is
using
an imaginary.
historically. Why did he
No,
not
listen
use
very
before
well.
historically?
Isa isn't
No,
imaginary.
look, listen.
Isa is a real person, right? So
You
if Isa
referee.
is a real
Let
person,
him talk 2 minutes. Time
I
for us.
want to
That's
see.
what I want.
Yeah? Yeah?
5 minutes. Time.
Just the time? No worries.
Let me say
Time.
something.
I want time.
Everyone.
So guys, do you want
We
me?
were having
Yeah?
a nice conversation.
Okay, let me
before.
start.
Right.
One second.
He's using the Quran another time.
Don't worry.
Double card. He's
That's
using
fine. That's fine.
historically.
That's fine. That's fine.
So
Don't worry.
he's been too
No problem.
Let me say something.
No problem.
Just answer.
No
yes.
problem.
in the
We can go back in.
Akhi.
I know, right?
Don't worry. Siraj, stay here. Stay here. Don't worry. I got you. I got you.
Okay, everyone, let me say something. Just
Go for it. This
guy has an agenda
answer
against
with
him.
yes or
What's
no.
wrong with you?
Answer with yes or no, yeah? Just answer with
That's
yes or
it?
no. Yeah, okay. Just
What?
answer with yes or no.
It better be a simple question then.
Okay,
It can't be complex.
It's very simple for
If it's
you.
complex, then it's a maybe.
Is Jesus God?
Of course, yeah.
Can God be taken care of?
In the incarnation,
What do you
yeah.
mean?
Like, can
In
anyone take care
the
of God?
in the incarnation,
No,
yeah.
can anyone take care of God?
In the incarnation, yeah.
No. Can anyone take care of God?
Yeah, in the incarnation.
Okay. Did Mary
Ask
take
him,
care
is
of
the
Did Mary
incarnation
take
God?
care of him
Yeah.
as a baby?
Yeah.
Then he's not God.
No, he can be because.
how can anyone take care of
We just
God?
said that in
Simple.
the
Okay,
incarnation, yes.
I got you. I
Just said that in the
So,
incarnation, yes.
take it like this, right? Let me give you an analogy and apply it to God, right? Simple as this. You believe that you're a human being and that you have a soul or a spirit or whatever, yeah? Yeah? So, now, your soul doesn't die, but your human body does. Right?
My soul goes to heaven.
Right.
Or hell.
But you see,
Hey,
so for
whoa,
example,
don't say that, man.
your human body can perish, right? It can get old and decay. But your soul doesn't get old and decay, right? So do you see how you as a person, at the same time, you can
Yeah, but
get...
that's a human, but you guys are trying to say that he was-
listen.
Look.
Do
In
you
the
see how
Trinity,
you
they have
can
two
get
spirits.
hold?
I know, Akhi. I
So
know.
listen, it's this
how?
simple.
Can a
Guys,
person have two
listen.
spirits?
build up
Do you
to it.
see?
Let's build up to it.
Do you
Let's
see
build up
how?
No, can
Do
you
you
have
see
two
how?
spirits?
By your flesh,
have two spirits?
you age,
Abadan,
right?
abadan,
See,
So
he likes bullet
so
points.
listen,
Siraj
listen.
loves bullet points.
So
Ask him.
so you guys, right? So do you see how?
You have two
By
spirits.
your
You have two
by
spirits.
your
One-
flesh.
There's too
You
many
know-
people
No,
talking.
Siraj
First of all,
pause.
you stop
So
shouting.
by your flesh, you
You
age.
speak and then
Siraj
we're
got small man
By
syndrome.
your flesh, you age and grow old and die. But your spirit doesn't age and grow old and die, right? So you can see that you're one person, but then you have two modes of existence. You have one that's temporal and then one that goes on after you die, right? So cool, right? That's in the analogy, right? Now, in the person of Christ, we have that he is divine via his divine nature, but that he is human by his human nature. So in his human nature, of
Okay,
course he's
I'm
going to take care of.
Jesus
That's
is
all.
human nature
Wait,
antichrist.
hold on, hold on, hold on.
One second.
Hold on,
You
hold on, hold on.
got bullet points that doesn't help you, Siraj.
So by his human nature,
One second.
he can be taken care of and he can grow and get tired. Yeah?
Do you believe? Do you
Wait,
believe? Okay,
did
no,
you
let me
get
just
that?
ask you
Did you get that?
You
Okay, it was
understand?
your time to speak. It was your time.
Did you
let me
get
just
it?
ask you something.
Now it was your time to
No, no,
speak.
so
It was
let
Did
me
you
ask
guys
him.
get it?
Let me ask him.
Nah, let him go.
Really, let me ask him.
You can ask later. Let him go. Let
So let
him
me
go.
ask
But
him.
he's gonna start arguing with you.
No,
No, I'm not.
He
I
has
just want him to
no,
answer
My
our
Siraj, you
dude,
never
go
let
ahead.
us
Don't worry.
I just want
Siraj,
him to
stay here.
answer.
Don't worry. I'll get you. Carry on. Carry
Okay,
on.
you know the Dajjal, yeah, the Antichrist, the Christ, yeah, that is the false Messiah, yeah, and he'll come into this world. He'll tell everyone, "Oh, I'm God," this and that. Do you believe Jesus has the power to take him out?
Okay, so Jesus already told us that many would
believe
come.
he'll come back. We believe he's gonna come back.
That's fine. That's fine. But Christ already told us in the Bible, right, that many will come saying, "I am He" or "I am the Messiah,"
No, one
right?
will come.
No, many. Christ said many, right?
The
Bible
one
says
that will
many.
come, he will
The
actually
Bible
have
What,
powers. He will
many.
actually
what
have
we will
powers.
say is that Muhammad even falls into that category
How does he
of
fall
those
into that
people who would
Prophet
come
Muhammad is no
and
Messiah.
then
Get the point.
Antichrist.
calm down.
He's a
Get the
messenger.
point.
So many
Get the
people,
point.
many people
Jesus
come,
is
He's not
not
right?
Christ.
Jesus
He's
the
not
man
Christ.
himself is
So,
antichrist.
Allah took
again,
him to heaven.
Jesus
many,
the man
listen
himself
very
is
careful.
antichrist.
Many
according to the
He met the
people
prophet.
have
He met
come.
they both met each
No, but
other in
listen,
heaven.
listen. Many people have come and claimed that they were the seal or that they were the prophets or whatever, right? Ultimately, we can't believe any of them. So whether it be Mani in the 2nd century, whether it be Muhammad in the 7th century, whether it be Joseph Smith in the 18th century or 19th century, Joseph Smith.
The Mormons.
Look him up, Joseph Smith.
Even
It's
Paul
very
is one
funny,
of
right?
them. Paul is
Huh?
one of the false prophets.
He's not.
Yes, he's
Because he didn't come and claim I am he, right?
I can give you many verses.
In that same
Paul is one of
capacity,
the false
that's
prophets.
why we say,
I can give
right?
you from
New
the Bible.
Testament, I don't
From
know.
the
That's
Bible,
why
his
we
own
would
words.
say
Siraj, does
that
bullet
from
points
that
really
sense,
make your argument?
there
I
are
can
many.
bullet points.
So we don't hold
Bullet
the
points.
idea that the Dajjal is a singular enemy. There are going to be many enemies, right? Who are going to come and mislead people.
I just wanna
And
know-
Muhammad falls under that for us.
I didn't
Yeah?
even hear what you just
Huh?
said. I didn't even
Don't
hear
worry,
what you
don't worry. You can stay. You can stay.
said. Dajjal, Antichrist, will come and what will he do?
Siraj?
What will
Siraj,
he
what's
do?
Tawheed?
One second.
So technically,
You are not talking about Tawheed, I'm talking about the Dajjal.
technically,
sorry.
Muhammad is an antichrist. Technically.
How though? He literally met him.
So basically, right, that is a story that you guys believe. But we are told before
not a
Muhammad,
story.
it's a story you guys are told,
Okay,
right?
okay, it's
Because
in the Quran.
no one can confirm it. That's the problem, right? Only Muhammad can. So you're relying on the testimony of one man.
Because he's
right?
a messenger of Allah,
Yeah,
that's
but
why.
here's the
Brother,
problem, right?
wait, brother,
No
wait.
one else
Let me
saw
give you
him
the
do
answer.
it,
You
right?
don't know how to answer,
No one
brother.
else saw him do
You
it.
just said it's not,
So
it's not.
ultimately-
he's denying you.
Ultimately,
so I'm giving him these
here is the
prizes.
issue.
Leave it with me.
We don't
I know how to
believe
deal
that a
with this.
singular
According to
person
the
will
Bible,
come
Jesus is a false
and mislead
prophet.
people.
Give me this.
Yeah.
We're gonna step back.
Give me this.
Yeah.
Jesus is a false prophet. Come prove it,
Right.
Christians. Jesus is a false
Yeah.
prophet according to the Bible. Come prove me.
Next time,
Any Christian would like to prove me?
Do their thing. 'Cause I can't
Jesus is a
talk.
false
I can't
prophet
talk.
according to Bible.
You can if you want
Who
to.
can disprove
Right.
this claim?
Nah, we're gonna leave though anyway.
Who
Yeah.
can
Leave it to him,
disprove?
leave it to him.
Who can
Okay.
disprove Jesus is a false prophet? Can you disprove it?
All right.
From the Bible.
Siraj,
Tell me what's a prophet?
you're in my
What's
arena
a
now.
prophet? What's a prophet?
Okay, Siraj,
What's
first
a
things
prophet?
first,
Define
Siraj.
the prophet. Define a prophet.
Allah is one, you
No,
say.
define a
Yes?
prophet.
So Siraj, Allah
Define
is
a
one.
prophet.
Now, Allah
No, you
is
said
one,
Prophet Muhammad is a false
but he
prophet.
has eyes,
Define a prophet.
he has hands,
Define a prophet.
and he has a shin,
Oh, so now
and
you're
he has a
changing the
face.
topic.
Now,
You're changing the topic.
if Allah is one,
Listen,
and he
if your
has two
God
right
is
hands,
one,
can
he
you
has one
pray
finger.
to Allah's two right
If your God
hands?
is one, why he has one
Siraj,
finger?
can I pray
Why
to
your
Allah's
God
two
has
right
one
hands?
finger?
Siraj,
Why your God
can
has
I
one
pray
finger?
to Allah's two right hands?
Why your God has one
Siraj,
finger?
can I
Why
pray
your
to
God
Allah's
has
two
two
right hands?
feet? According
Siraj,
to
can I
Samuel,
pray to Allah's two
chapter
right hands?
22,
Because
verse 7 to
technically,
10.
Allah is supposed
Why
to be
God of
one.
the Bible
So
has
I'm
one
guessing his
finger.
hands
He
are
wrote
also one
down
with him.
the 10
So
commandments
Siraj,
with his
can I
finger.
pray
Why
to
one
Allah's
finger?
two right
Why
hands?
not fingers?
Am I allowed to do
Why?
that? Siraj,
Tell me.
can I pray
Why?
to Allah's two right hands?
Ask me.
Siraj, am I allowed to pray
Jesus
to
is a
Allah's two
false
right hands?
prophet.
Siraj,
Prove.
am I
Jesus
allowed
is a
to
false
pray
prophet,
to Allah's two
according to
right
Bible.
hands?
Who can
Again,
disprove?
Siraj,
Any
am I
Christian.
allowed to pray
Jesus is a
to
false
Allah's two
prophet.
right hands?
Jesus the man
Siraj,
is Antichrist.
am I allowed to
Who
pray
can prove
to
it?
Muhammad's two right
Jesus
hands?
the man
Siraj,
did not
I asked you a
worship
question.
Jesus,
Am I
the
allowed to
divine
pray
nature.
to Allah's two
Therefore,
right hands?
Jesus is
Why
the
can't
the
I?
man
Because
is
technically
Antichrist.
Allah is one.
Jesus
So
the
if
man
Allah is one
Antichrist.
and he has two
He's
right
not a
hands, do
Christian.
you ever, for example,
Because
Siraj,
Jesus
pray
the
to
man
Allah's two
did
right
not
hands?
practice
Do you ever say,
worship
oh
the
Allah,
triune God, God the
protect me with
Father,
your first
the son
hand
and the
and
Holy
your second
Spirit.
right hand.
Jesus,
For
the
example,
man,
is
has
there anything
female
wrong with
breast.
that?
Why
Because
is that?
technically, If Allah is one,
Chapter
why can't
11,
I just
verse
pray
27.
to his right
The Gospel
hand?
of Luke,
Oh, even
chapter
better.
23,
Can I pray to his
verse
shin?
39.
So Siraj, for
Chapter
example,
1,
have you
verse
ever
13.
found
Wassalamu
yourself
alaikum
claim to
wa
Allah's shin?
wa barakatuh.
Siraj, I asked you a question.
Goodbye.
Siraj, that's his. Siraj, give me that.
Goodbye.
Siraj,
Goodbye.
can you pray to Allah's right hand? Siraj, can you pray to Allah's right hand? Siraj, I asked you a question. Can you pray to Allah's right hands? Siraj, can you pray to Allah's right hands?
You don't.
Siraj, can you pray to Allah's right
Let me
hand?
talk to him. No, today
Siraj,
is him.
no, today's me, Siraj. Can you pray to Allah's two right hands?
He was talking to you.
Siraj,
I'm listening.
I am asking you a question. Can you pray to Allah's two right hands?
Ask him.
Siraj,
Ask him.
is
Can you
it
pray?
about the
Ask him to
sunnah
be
to
quiet.
play to Allah's two right
Ask him
hands?
to be quiet.
Siraj, tell me why I can't do that if I wanted to.
You are the
Why
image
can't
of God.
I pray
God
to
looks
Allah's
like you.
two right hands?
God said, let us
Siraj,
make man in our
answer my
image.
question.
Genesis
Why
chapter
can't
1,
I
verse
pray to Allah's
26.
two right hands?
Genesis
Siraj,
chapter 1, verse
again,
26.
I am asking
Can
you
you
the same
pray to the
question.
image of God?
Why can't
Can
I
you
pray to Allah's
image
two
of
right
God?
hands?
Can you
That
pray to
doesn't
the
help you.
finger of God?
Explain to me
Can you
why
pray to
I
the
cannot
finger of
pray
God?
to
Can
Allah's
you
two
pray
right
to the
hands.
finger of God?
We don't believe
Silly
God has
question.
hands,
Oh,
but you do.
why if the
So
Bible
why
says God has
does
finger?
God have two
Why
right hands?
God? Oh,
And if He
you don't
does,
believe, but
and
your
He's
book
one,
says that.
why can I
But
pray
your
to
book
it?
says God has
Why
one
can't
finger.
I pray to
Your
Allah's
book
two
says
right
has
hands?
one finger.
Why can I not pray to Allah's two right hands? Siraj, again, I'm
Can you
asking you
pray
a
to the
question.
Jesus
Why
finger?
can I
Can you
not
pray
pray
to the
to
Jesus
Allah's two
private
right
part?
hands?
Can you
That will
pray
not
to the
help you.
Jesus spirit
You
part?
need to explain
Can
to
you
me
pray to
why it's
Jesus
okay
private
for
part?
me to not
Can
pray
you
to
pray
Allah's
to
two right
Jesus
hands.
private
Because why not?
part?
Allah
Can
is
you
one,
pray to
right?
Jesus
So if
bum?
Allah is one,
Can you pray
why
to
can I pray to
Jesus
his two
bum?
right hands?
Can you pray to
Or
Jesus
even better,
bum?
in the hadith,
Okay,
so
get lost,
Allah has
get
a
lost.
womb.
Get
So
lost.
Siraj,
Get
can I
lost.
pray to Allah's womb? Siraj, can I pray to Allah's womb? His ram, can I pray to his womb? Can I pray to his womb, Siraj? So Siraj, Allah has a womb. Can I pray to it? Siraj, Allah has a womb. Can I pray to it?
What's
I'm
womb?
waiting.
No,
Right,
what's
a
womb?
womb.
What's womb?
It's an organ,
What's
a
womb?
human organ, right?
What's in Arabic?
Now, can
What's
I
in
pray
Arabic?
to it?
What's in Arabic?
Can I pray to it? Is the
No.
question, right?
What's in
I
Arabic?
don't care what it is in Swahili. I want to know. Can I
in
pray
Arabic?
to it?
What's in Arabic?
Siraj, Allah is
Look, he doesn't
one.
know.
Can I pray to his
Can
body
I
parts?
pray to Jesus
Can
bum?
I pray to his body
Can I
parts?
pray to the God of
Siraj,
Jesus?
can I
The
pray
God
to
of
Allah's
Jesus
body
is called
parts?
the Father.
Again,
So therefore,
Siraj,
he has
I'm still
many
waiting.
private parts.
Why can't
So can
I
you
pray?
pray to the
Explain
private
to me
part
from
of
what you
the
know
God
the
of
Sunnah.
Jesus?
Why can't
Can
I
you
pray to Allah's
to
body
the
parts?
Baba of Jesus,
What
the God
stops
of
it?
Jesus?
Because technically now,
Because the God
if I
of
can't pray to
Jesus-
Allah's body parts,
the God of
that
Jesus
means that
is
Allah is the
Father.
one.
God
So
is
if you
not
believe
spirit.
Allah is
Can
one,
spirit have an
explain
image?
to me
Can
why
spirit
you
have an
believe
image?
that I
Can
can't pray to his
spirit
body
have an
parts.
image?
Because very
Your
clearly,
God has an
Allah
image.
isn't the spirit.
God
Allah
said
is a
in the
humanoid
Bible,
being.
let us
So
create
why can I
man
pray
in our
to
image.
Allah's spirit?
This image.
Why can I
This
pray to
image.
Allah's hands?
This image.
Allah is one,
Why
right?
can you not
So
pray
tell
to
me,
the
Allah
private
is
part
one.
of Jesus?
So tell me
Why
why I
can you
can't
not
pray to
pray
him.
the bump of
Allah
Jesus?
is one.
Why can you not
Is
pray
Allah
the
more
bump
than
of
one?
Jesus, the God, according to
If
you?
Allah is not
Jesus
more than
is
one,
called,
then there's
the
nothing
God
wrong
of
with me
Jesus is
praying
called
to his
Father.
hands.
Okay,
So why can I pray? Siraj, again, Siraj, why can't I pray to Allah's hands? Siraj, explain the answer. Why can't I pray to Allah's hands? Well, you're saying Allah is one, right? You're saying Allah is one, right? And I'm saying that technically, if Allah is one, why can't I pray to his hands? Siraj, you're not answering the question. Siraj, you're not answering the question. All I see,
Jesus
yeah.
yesterday and
Let him speak.
Should I?
Let Siraj speak.
Siraj,
I'm taking a
Siraj,
shower. So
can
you're
I
worshiping
pray to
stinky
Allah's
God.
two right hands? Siraj, can I pray to Allah's two right hands? Siraj, can I pray to Allah's two right hands? I'm still waiting. Siraj, can you pray to Allah's right hands? Because Allah is one. So why can't I pray to his body parts? Can I pray to Allah's face? Can I pray to his eyes? Can I pray to his shin? Siraj, if Allah is one, why can't I pray to his body parts, right? You're touching me. Go away. So, Siraj, why can't I pray to Allah's body parts? Again, Siraj, I'm asking you, why can't I pray to Allah's body parts? If Allah is one and He isn't like a variety of creatures, then His hand should also be Allah. So if His eyes are also Allah and His face is Allah, why can't I pray to His eyes or His face or His mouth or His shin? So, guys, what we're seeing here, Siraj is unable to answer a question. If Allah is one, and He has body parts, why can I not pray to the body parts? Are the body parts meant to be extensions of Allah? Are they meant to be like DLC? If Allah really was one in an absolute fashion, then his hands will be equal to Allah. His eyes will be equal to Allah. His face will be equal to Allah. But it appears that it's not. Allah is made up of things. So that means that without Allah's hand, he isn't Allah anymore. He's not a one-handed Allah, which is less than two-handed Allah. So in that sense, if Allah is made up of things, that means that Allah is contingent. He is dependent upon things to be Allah. Now, why is this impossible? If we believe in the idea of infinite regressions, right, that would then mean that ultimately there has to be something that is the first cause of everything. So when you believe in a God with two right hands, you end up like this guy, and the problem here is that you have no certainty of you actually attaining salvation. So let's talk about it. Ultimately, if you believe in a God with two right hands, but ultimately the two right hands are only parts of that God, you fall into a problem. If we believe in the idea of infinite regression, where everything is caused by something that we can see in our universe, there ultimately has to be a singular cause of everything, because otherwise nothing should happen in a logical fashion. So, if we call that singular cause God, why can't there be 3 or 4 of these gods instead? Well, if you have 4 or 2 of these gods, they will both share in a divine quality, but then there'll be something between the two gods that's distinguishable or different. And in that sense then, again, the two gods become contingent because they have some features that aren't contingent and some features that are. So therefore, only a singular God makes sense. So, a singular God with no parts. In that way, in no contingent, in no capacity. So, if that was the case, then why does Allah have 2 right hands? And if he does, why can't I pray to them? Why? Because Allah is like a giant Lego monster. You got a right hand, a second right hand, a shin, 2 eyes, or maybe 3, and then like a head, and then his arch, and then his throne. That makes up Allah. If Allah was lacking in any of those Lego blocks, he is no longer Allah. That means that Allah is composite and that he is caused by something else. Something greater and maybe even divinely more simple than Allah could have made Allah. Because Allah is composed of parts. So, these 2 guys here believe in a God with hands, but for some reason they're scared to answer, can I worship God's hands? Why? Because worshipping God's hands is tantamount to shirk. Meaning that Allah isn't one in the way Muslims think he is. He is one in a composite manner. So in fact, Muslims believe in more than one God. So being a Muslim, by default, particularly a Sunni, particularly an Athari, that automatically means you're committing shirk. And that's why Muhammad said that the Ummah will be divided into sects and only one will make it into heaven. And if I'm honest, if I had to guess, you're probably the Shia. Anyway, Siraj, next time I see you, you're gonna answer me. Does Allah allow you to pray to his hand? Because I'm sick of this guy asking the same question week in and week out. So now, until I get an answer, I'm gonna ask Siraj, can Allah pray to his hand? There we go. All right, God bless you all.